Welcome to SmartCents for 40 Plus. This channel is your essential resource for practical personal finance advice specifically tailored to mid-career professionals over the age of 40. If you've ever felt as though you've missed your chance at achieving financial security, you're not alone. Here at SmartCents, we focus on actionable steps designed to help you overcome past regrets, rebuild your savings, and accelerate your journey toward a stable and fulfilling retirement. By drawing from real-life turnarounds, compelling stories, and expert insights, our mission is to empower you to catch up, thrive, and take back control over your financial destiny. Today, we're delving into a topic that can evoke feelings of both empowerment and overwhelm: tracking your expenses. Whether your goal is to regain control of your financial situation or simply to ensure you're on the right financial path, understanding how to track your spending is a vital skill that can dramatically transform your financial landscape. Let's face it, many of us can resonate with that sinking feeling when we check our bank accounts, only to wonder where our money has gone. Life has a way of piling on responsibilities, and it's all too easy to let expenses slip through the cracks. You might find yourself muttering phrases like, "I just don't know how I spent that much," or "I'm sure I had a better grasp on my finances before." These feelings are incredibly common, particularly for those of us navigating mid-career challenges. We're often juggling family obligations, work pressures, and a myriad of expenses that seem to appear out of nowhere. Tracking your expenses isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about understanding your habits and making informed decisions moving forward. Let's consider a relatable scenario. Meet Sarah, a 45-year-old marketing manager. With a decent income, one might assume she'd feel financially secure. However, she finds herself in a perpetual state of worry regarding her finances. Each month, she seems to end up short on cash, and her savings account barely moves. After attending a financial seminar, Sarah learns about the concept of tracking expenses. Initially, she dismisses the idea as tedious and time-consuming. However, feeling the mounting pressure of her financial situation, she decides to give it a shot. Sarah begins by simply writing down every dollar she spends over the course of a month. What follows is an eye-opening experience that profoundly shifts her perspective. She discovers that those small daily purchases, a fancy coffee here, an impulsive online shopping spree there, accumulate to a significant sum by the end of the month. This newfound awareness leads her to realize that cutting back on these discretionary expenses could free up a surprising amount of cash. Through this process, Sarah learns that even minor changes can have substantial impacts on her financial well-being. You might now be asking, what's the best way to track your expenses? There are numerous apps available that can simplify this process, but before we delve into the technological side, we should first address the emotional aspects of tracking your spending. When you start tracking your expenses, it's crucial to approach it with a mindset of curiosity rather than judgment. It's all too easy to feel guilty or overwhelmed when you actually see where your money is going. Instead, think of this experience as a journey toward a better understanding of your financial landscape. You'll want to ask yourself questions like, what are my priorities? And, which expenses could I comfortably reduce? This kind of self-reflection is vital for making meaningful changes. For those who prefer a more hands-on approach, utilizing a simple notebook or spreadsheet can also be incredibly effective. This method allows you to categorize your expenses: necessities like housing and groceries, discretionary spending like entertainment and dining out, and savings or investments. By sorting your finances in this way, you create a tangible visualization of your spending without relying solely on technology. The key to success here is consistency. Whether you're using an app or pen and paper, commit to tracking your expenses regularly. Even if it's just a few minutes a day or a dedicated time each week, doing this over time will solidify your understanding of your financial habits. Let's return to Sarah's experience. After a few months of dedicated expense tracking, she begins to notice patterns that had previously gone unnoticed. For instance, she realizes that her grocery spending is significantly higher than she ever anticipated. This prompts her to implement meal planning, which not only saves her money but also alleviates the stress of daily meal decisions. Even small adjustments, like cooking more meals at home or planning grocery trips in advance, can dramatically streamline her expenses. Armed with this insight, Sarah feels empowered to make changes and starts to work toward her financial goals with renewed determination. So, what are some popular apps that can assist you in tracking your expenses? One of the standout options is Mint. Not only is it user-friendly, but it also connects directly to your bank accounts, allowing you to see all your transactions in one centralized location. Mint automatically categorizes your expenses, providing you with a clear snapshot of where your money is going. Additionally, it features budgeting tools that can alert you when you're nearing your spending limits. For someone like Sarah, who often forgets those small purchases, Mint can be a gentle reminder to stay on track. Another excellent option is YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. This app emphasizes proactive budgeting, urging you to assign every dollar a job. YNAB is especially effective for those looking to take a more hands-on approach with their finances. With its unique methodology, it helps people break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck by promoting a zero-based budgeting approach. For someone like Sarah, who feels behind financially, YNAB could serve as a game-changer, providing the necessary structure to regain control over her spending. If you're seeking a more straightforward approach, consider using GoodBudget. This app employs the envelope budgeting method, where you allocate funds for various spending categories. GoodBudget allows you to set limits and track your spending against those limits. Its visual nature can be motivating for individuals who prefer a clear picture of their financial situation. This method is particularly helpful if you'd like to stick to a specific budget for discretionary spending such as dining out or entertainment. A common hesitation many have when it comes to using financial apps is the security of their personal information. This is a valid concern, and it's essential to be aware of the potential risks. Most reputable financial apps employ encryption and other security measures to protect your data. However, it's always prudent to research and choose an app that boasts a strong reputation for privacy and security. You might even discover that using these tools fosters greater confidence in your financial situation, as you'll be able to see your progress and identify areas that require adjustment. As you begin incorporating expense tracking into your routine, it's equally important to reflect on the emotional side of money management. Many individuals struggle to openly discuss finances, even with their partners. You may feel embarrassed about your spending habits or fearful of revealing how little you've been able to save. It's crucial to cultivate open dialogues about money, whether that's with a spouse, partner, or close friend. Sharing your experiences and challenges can create a supportive environment that encourages accountability and provides fresh perspectives. You might be surprised to find that others share similar struggles, which can help normalize the conversation around money. Returning to Sarah's journey, she recognizes the value of involving her partner in the process. Together, they sit down and review their expenses, discussing their financial goals as a team. This collaborative approach not only strengthens their relationship but also streamlines their budgeting efforts. By agreeing on certain categories where they can cut back, like dining out and entertainment, they begin to witness a gradual growth in their savings. This teamwork fosters accountability and deepens their connection. Tracking expenses can also lead to profound insights about your values and priorities. As you analyze your spending habits, you may uncover expenditures that no longer align with your current lifestyle or aspirations. For instance, you might realize that you're paying for subscription services you hardly use, or perhaps you discover you're spending a significant amount on things that no longer bring you joy. This awareness empowers you to make intentional decisions about where to allocate your resources, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling life. Let's also address some common pitfalls associated with tracking expenses. One major hurdle is the initial commitment required to begin. It may feel daunting to start tracking every penny, especially if you've never taken this step before. Remember, it doesn't need to be perfect right out of the gate. Start small. Perhaps begin by tracking only your discretionary spending for the first week. Gradually expand your tracking to include other categories as you become more comfortable. The goal is to create a habit that feels sustainable and becomes a natural part of your routine. Another challenge individuals often face is the temptation to quit tracking expenses after a few weeks if they don't see immediate results. It's essential to recognize that tracking expenses is a long-term strategy. It's about building awareness and making incremental changes rather than expecting overnight transformations. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small victories along the way, whether it's sticking to a budget for an entire month or simply feeling more informed about your financial situation. Let's consider another illustrative example. Meet John, a 50-year-old engineer. He has always been diligent about saving, but he struggles with unforeseen expenses that seem to pop up regularly. After realizing he has little cash left at the end of each month, John decides to start tracking his spending. By doing so, he uncovers a troubling trend. He has been overspending on home repairs and maintenance, often opting for quick fixes instead of saving for larger projects. This realization encourages him to budget for home improvements more strategically. Not only does this save him money in the long run, but it also alleviates stress and frustration. As you continue your expense tracking journey, don't lose sight of the broader picture. It's not merely about the numbers, it's about your goals and aspirations. Are there dreams you've stowed away because they felt out of reach? Perhaps you've always wanted to take that dream vacation or invest in a new hobby. Understanding your financial habits can help you align your spending with your values. You may find that with some adjustments, you can still enjoy life while working toward your financial objectives. Moreover, consider the role of emotional spending. Many of us can relate to the urge to shop as a way to cope with stress or as a reward after a tough day. While treating yourself is essential, being aware of these patterns can help you make more balanced choices. Tracking your expenses can illuminate times when you may be overspending emotionally. This awareness empowers you to find alternative coping mechanisms, such as engaging in a hobby, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones, that do not require financial outlay. Over time, as you develop the habit of tracking expenses, you might notice a shift in your overall mindset regarding money. What once felt intimidating may begin to feel liberating. You'll likely cultivate a greater sense of control over your financial situation, leading to reduced anxiety and increased confidence. This newfound perspective can enable you to set and pursue financial goals with clarity and purpose. Take a moment to contemplate how this applies to your current financial situation. You may be considering retirement options, thinking about your children's education, or contemplating a significant purchase. Each of these decisions can be influenced by your understanding of your financial habits. Tracking your expenses equips you with the information needed to make informed choices that align with your long-term goals. Now, let's revisit some practical methods for tracking expenses. In addition to the apps mentioned earlier, you might want to explore online banking tools that your bank provides. Many banks offer expense tracking features that automatically categorize your transactions, making it easier to identify patterns and trends without needing a separate app. Alternatively, some individuals find success using basic spreadsheets, allowing them to create custom categories and analyze their spending in a way that feels authentic to them. Another effective method is to set specific financial goals tied to your tracking efforts. For instance, if you decide to cut back on dining out in order to save for that long-desired vacation, make that goal clear and measurable. Track not only your expenses but also your progress toward that goal. Having a tangible target can enhance your motivation and serve as a constant reminder of why you're committing to this effort. As you embark on this journey, remember that it's perfectly acceptable to seek help or guidance if you find yourself feeling stuck or uncertain. Whether it's consulting a financial advisor, attending a workshop, or simply discussing your circumstances with a trusted friend or family member, opening up can provide fresh insights and encouragement. Think about what life looks like when you've fully embraced the practice of tracking your expenses. Imagine feeling confident in your financial decisions, with a clear picture of where your money is going. This clarity can pave the way for exciting opportunities, whether that's finally taking that dream vacation, investing in a new venture, or simply enjoying peace of mind knowing you're on the right financial path. To sum up, tracking your expenses is a powerful tool for mid-career professionals seeking to regain control over their financial futures. It's not merely a tedious task, it's an essential step in understanding your spending habits, making informed choices, and achieving your financial goals. As you embark on this journey, approach it with a mindset of curiosity and patience. Every step you take brings you closer to attaining a clearer financial picture. Thank you for joining us today on SmartCents for 40+. Where we explore practical personal finance strategies tailored specifically for you. If you found value in our discussion today, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe for more insights on navigating your financial journey. Your path to financial confidence begins with the first step, and we're here to support you every step of the way. As you move forward, remember that financial literacy is not just a skill, it is a lifelong journey. Embrace the experience of tracking your expenses as an opportunity for growth, reflection, and empowerment. With each new insight you gain, you will be better equipped to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. Your financial future is not a distant destination. It's a journey that begins today, right here, and we're excited to be part of that journey with you.